is a Bramble Jam podcast.
It's Tuesday, January 12th. Sounds like a good day to do one thing.
What's that?
Take the day off.
Oh,
It's getting away from you. Oh,
I lost it.
I was rolling dice over here. The dove got away.
The dove got away.
Dove gets away sometimes.
Where you walk
That's
down the road.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Have you heard that?
Delarice, R.I.P., baby. We should do a Delarice podcast
Okay.
just to talk about all the great things that she did. Dude, Touched by an Angel.
How are you when the sun don't even shine?
Touched by,
How are you?
Touched by an
every
Angel was
time?
bonkers. Like, their reaction to the reveal of the angel was never a reaction that would happen in real life. Like, it just... And then they did the shot. It was wild. It was just a wild time to be on primetime TV.
All right, I'm gonna read you an episode synopsis.
Okay, do it.
You guys don't have these just ready to go? Come on. While I get one of those up, how about you tell everybody about
Bramble Jam Plus? Yeah. We could just sit in silence. Do you want to sit in silence?
Yeah.
Hey, Bramble Jam Plus, you could hear this just podcast gold ad-free. Completely ad-free. You just skip right through the breaks. There's no commercials, no nothing. You join the Deck the Hallmark Plus tier, you get a bunch of bonus stuff and swag and episodes. It's a great time. I mean, we're not really doing it justice right now, I got to be honest. We're waiting for a Touched by an Angel synopsis, but I think you'll find over time we're better than this.
All right, I have something here. You have to decide, is this a real Touched by an Angel synopsis or not?
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
The name of this episode is Doodlebugs. All right. Residents of a small town believe God is speaking to them through a payphone, where Tess tries to give them a chance to be responsible for the lie when he couldn't muster the courage. Therefore, he runs out on her, electing to deliver an apology letter to the aspiring singer. The bar was planning on the day of the grand opening, only to find the place was in flames. They lost everything, even mortgaging the cafe. Tess then acknowledges to the townspeople, asking them why they lost their faith, who also tells the minister to begin a search, where all successful searches begin with the Lord.
Yes.
Yeah, it's real. Didn't make much sense.
It didn't make any sense, but I mean...
Something about a payphone.
And then a bar burning. And then it just was all over the place.
Here's another one. A crack addict has a baby who she steals from the hospital.
Oh, my gosh.
Monica tries to help her while Tess teaches the lady's parents a lesson in tough love. Why are we not covering the show?
When you all... Dude, we should totally cover Touched by an Angel. That's a better use of our time than When Calls the Heart, and we all know it. I guarantee there's not a Touched by an Angel rewatch podcast out there.
Oh. Tess tries to prove to a shy baker, who's a witness of a hate crime, that she must confront an evil.
A hate crime
or
a cake crime? I thought you said a cake crime.
We don't talk about those.
Those cake crimes will get away from you. If you take it to the tape, you'd sell it. You said he's worried about a cake crime, and I would be too. Cake eater.
Cake eater. When Tess tests a kite, she must immediately tell Monica and Andrew for their next assignment, where they both must cover a dissident who returns to China to find her missing husband and daughter. What's the deal with the kite?
Tests a kite?
Tests.
Like
Tess
gets a kite and tests to see if it works?
Test a kite.
Man.
Test the kite.
That show was on the air for years, too.
And that one with the kite test is a two-parter.
Thank God. You can't get all of the kite test in one episode.
Guys, that's season 4. That's
wow.
That's good
You're
stuff.
in the weeds there.
It is National
Cake crimes happening everywhere.
Hot Tea Day.
Hot tea.
Hot tea.
Hot toddy.
Hot
Got 'em.
hot toddy to you,
man.
my friend. I was drinking hot tea yesterday. I had a little tickle in my throat. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get myself some nice tea. So I was heating it up, the kettle to get the...
Do I know the kettle?
You know the kettle?
Yeah, it's a pretty standard just piece of kitchen equipment.
The kettle, you know how it hisses, whistles
Yeah.
when it gets hot?
Yeah, when it's boiling.
When it's
Water's
boiling.
Yeah.
It started boiling, and it started to whistle.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I just hear...
Yeah.
Is that true?
Is it true that happened? No.
Is it true that you know?
Yes, it 100% is true.
Also, how dare you?
How dare me? Yeah. We have to thank the good folks over at Pixar for Hot Tea Day. And it is good, but it's also unfortunate because they came up with a cartoon that was one of their original ideas called Teabag. And Teabag was what?
Nothing.
Okay. Teabag was a giant teabag just trying to make his way through life. And it's a story that meant a lot to John Lasseter, the folks over at Pixar. It did not test well, particularly because at the end he just gets scalded and burned and dies. And they thought it was a bit too sad for the kiddies and really for the adults as well. So Teabag never made it to the big screen, and that's unfortunate. But they said, hey, look, you can't, the folks at Disney were like, you can't air Teabag just getting scalded and burned and dying. But we'll create a National Hot Tea Day, and it's a consolation. It's not, letting everyone in the world see Teabag and it's on all its glory, but it is something. So we have National Hot Tea Day.
It is something. You're right about that.
Yeah.
My son loves the shorts on Disney Plus. Really likes one called Piper.
Yep.
About a little
The
bird.
that's one of the ocean and back?
Yeah. We saw one. Have you seen? You hear about this one? And it's about a dumpling.
Yes.
Have you seen this one?
Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful.
Really caught me off guard though, because she eats. She's thinking her kid is a dumpling, and then she ends up eating
The dumpling.
the dumpling to keep it from leaving the house.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it coming. And
it was a little much for you.
neither did my 3-year-old, who was quite concerned.
Yeah. Makes sense. It is a pretty hard-hitting short.
It happened, and I'm like, what?
Oh, wait a minute.
Did it what now?
You should have seen Teabag. Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Your kid would be still crying. If he saw Teabag.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Scalding dead. Here's the thing. This holiday was created in 2016 by, get this, the Tea Council of the USA.
That sounds like something that's made up.
The Tea Council of the USA created this in 2016. The objective...
2016. If they have a Tea Council of the USA, does that mean they have a Tea Council of other...
Yes,
is there a tea
every
council
country
of
has a tea
Zambia?
council. Yes,
Okay.
every.
All right.
Tea is a big deal.
Just making
You don't
sure.
just... It doesn't just appear. You need to bring it to council.
You got to do a whole bit.
You got to get
That's
it
right.
voted on.
Well,
I
the tea
have a new tea idea I'd like to bring to council.
As it comes to as referring to tea in the world, the United States Tea Council has to be laughed out of the building because we're not really tea people like a lot of the rest of the world are.
Right.
There are other places in the world that have much more of a lockdown on tea than we do.
Right.
So I just think the Tea Council's a joke, is what I'm saying. I'm a little upset about it.
It's like the Canadians having a pizza council.
That's right. Yeah,
It's
just
like
stop it.
Stop
it.
We love
Dude,
you,
I was
Canada.
thinking about moving to Canada, and
Sure.
I was like, man, the pizza though,
Yeah.
it'd be a sacrifice.
We'd have to have a long conversation, Dan. It's not as easy. It's not as cut and dry as you might think. The Tea Council of the USA created this day in 2016. The objective is to promote the consumption of tea for
Candy.
Love, Liberty, Disco. B, better health. C, tasty yum yums. Or D, the candy.
Ooh, tasty yum yum sounds real good, but
Yep.
I'm gonna go do the candy.
The objective is to promote the consumption of tea for the candy.
Yes. That's what we're
No,
going with.
it is for better health.
Better health.
For better health. There's no evidence that this is truly a national day, which would be,
How does tea make you healthier?
It's good for it gets all the it gets your
Toxins
body
out?
gets your body going. Whoa,
Get your
whoa,
body
whoa,
moving, get moving.
whoa,
Get your body moving, sip that tea.
Tea. Tea. This day is also a day where you just gossip. You give everybody the
hot tea.
The hot tea.
That's right.
So that's another history. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk about what our Bramble Jam Plus subscribers are thinking about this hot debate, which is tea or coffee, and why.
And why? It's not much of a debate. Let's be honest.
It's no, people get feisty. We'll be right back here and take the day off. It's amazing that at any given time, on any given day, we can talk without a break for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, it's without even breaking a sweat.
I know. It's crazy.
Tea or coffee is what we're talking about today.
We did have a solid 8 minutes of silence with you looking up a synopsis, and that helped, I think. But aside from that, I think you're right. Yeah, for sure.
Tess. All right. Tea or coffee? Why, Dan?
It's coffee because this is America, dadgummit. You want to look. I've never been misconstrued as one of these, American exceptionalist, America's better than everybody else people. But coffee is just fundamentally a better beverage. And this is historical. Like, the United States started drinking more coffee because Britain was trying to sell them tea that was only from one company. Like, this is not. Like, coffee's a big part of our history. It's ingrained in us to drink coffee. Tea's for suckers. I don't know what to tell you. I don't drink many warm beverages, but if it's very cold outside, give me a coffee, just a dash of cream. I love it.
Coffee.
Tea, I mean, an ice cold sweet tea with a little slice of lemon. Yeah, maybe I could do that.
I don't like sweet tea.
I know. I'm Southern. You're not. I'm not a huge sweet tea guy for a Southern, but I get the appeal. But no, I only drink tea if I'm really sick. Like last year, I got really sick doing the podcast, and I had to drink a ton of tea so my throat would just work at a very base level. In fact, go listen to the episode right after the Topher Grace
please don't.
live episode in Atlanta, and you will hear me just straining with everything I have just to, make audible sounds. And I was drinking tea just by the truckloads. But aside from that, no, it's a hard no from me on the tea. And you're a coffee boy too, so don't act like.
No, I'm a big coffee boy.
Yeah.
I will say though, like if I'm not feeling great or if I have a sore throat or something, my favorite beverage to get is at a Starbucks. You ask for the medicine ball or a honey citrus mint tea. It's the same thing.
The medicine ball.
Medicine ball. This is what it is. Okay.
So if I ask for a medicine ball at Starbucks, they'll know what I'm talking
They'll
about.
know what you're talking
Okay.
about. It's a jade citrus mint green tea, a peach tranquility herbal tea, hot water, steamed lemonade, and a hint of honey.
All right, I will do that next time. I'm feeling it.
Immediately makes my throat feel better.
I may check that out this week.
It's really good.
I mean,
It's really good.
Medicine
It would be
ball.
really good for a snow day.
ooh,
Snow day beverage.
Snow day beverage.
So that's if I'm gonna have tea. That's my tea.
In all honesty, if I'm not going to go coffee, I like a golden milk latte.
Okay.
Is more of a drink from India, but I like a golden milk latte more than I like, which is just like some sort of gold powder with turmeric in it and milk more than I like tea. Not a tea boy.
Jane says coffee smells nasty. I disagree, Jane. I can understand people who say that coffee tastes nasty. I can understand that. But to say that coffee smells to me, there's few smells better than coffee.
I would love it if we had Jane on the line, which we don't.
Jane?
Trace, we don't. Okay, so
I've got songs about Jane queued up though.
thank goodness we don't hear enough of that record.
Anyway. Drinking tea in the pouring rain.
Now, Trace, I don't want to be that guy, but it sounds like you are singing some version of a song off of Songs About Jane.
Yes.
Okay. You said you had songs about Jane queued up.
I do.
You mean just in your own Rolodex?
Yes.
Just for you to sing?
Ready to go.
Okay. Can you give me another?
I also got some Chumbawamba.
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
That other song.
Yeah. La Fusila.
La Fusila.
Come on. Be better. I'm going to try to defend Jane here for a second. I listened to a few more.
Yes.
Wild. Two of them are like that. Two of them are classic Other Wumbas.
Other Wumbas.
Other Wumbas. Saw them live. I'm going to try to defend her here. The smell of coffee beans is unequivocally a great smell. the smell of brewing coffee, I think is a great smell. But coffee after it's been out sitting, or like coffee like that's just been there for a while, or bad coffee after it's been brewed, smells terrible. Like, I think qualitatively it smells really, really bad. But if you get a quality coffee, like don't get like pre-ground Folgers crystals and then brew it and then tell me it smells delicious. No. But if you got like whole beans, you grind yourself and you brew that coffee, it smells great. But if we're talking about the smell of coffee afterwards, like coffee flavored things, I don't like the taste of that very much. It doesn't do much.
But here's the interesting thing, though, and this is something that I've been taught my whole life. The best part of waking up
is Folgers in your cup.
The best part of waking out of a mini coma.
That's right.
That your body puts itself in is a cup of Folgers.
Cup of Folgers coffee.
That's right.
I've not had Folgers coffee since I was a teenager. I wonder if it's actually better than I think.
You know what would be an interesting thing to do?
A coffee taste test.
A coffee taste test. Ooh. We get Bougie Methodical from downtown Greenville.
We should put it on the vlog. We do a lot of vlogs.
We do a lot of vlogs now.
Do that one where we tried all the frozen food was great.
2021 is the year of the vlog.
The year of the vlog. Okay, write that down.
Coffee all day, says Lee.
Coffee all day.
Don't come with me with your fancy tea and your pinky finger all sticking out in the air.
Shannon says both. I switch it up daily.
Whoa.
Boy, that is
How do you live your life? That's wild.
That is just out there on a tightrope. What kind of day is it going to be today?
It's a tea day.
Some days I want strong coffee or macchiato. Other days I want Earl Grey tea with oat milk. Or spice black tea. Man, you are living life.
Eric says tea. Coffee smells good but tastes like death. Michael says tea. Caffeine makes me nuts. Is that what does it, Michael?
Yeah, it's Boston Mike. It's the caffeine. A lot of people say coffee is a better vehicle for all the flavor I want to put in there. You're a flavor in your coffee. Boy.
Well, no. So I drink my coffee straight black.
Okay.
I don't like the flavors in it anymore. But I like a latte.
Okay.
Which is
or a mocha frap.
Yeah. But all those are espresso-based beverages.
I got you. Okay. It's still coffee to me.
Yes.
If it's the only drink I really like, the cold brew, the pumpkin cream cold brew is the only flavored drink I like, coffee drink. If I'm going to Starbucks and it's not pumpkin cream cold brew season and I'm getting a hot beverage, what's my order? Do you know?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
If I'm going to Starbucks and I'm getting a hot beverage, it's not pumpkin cream cold brew season, I'm getting a hot beverage, what is my order?
What is your hot beverage?
I drink maybe 5 of them a year, so if you know it, it'd be impressive.
I don't know.
It's a flat white.
Flat white.
It's a flat white.
I did know that.
It's a flat white. I think it's delicious.
Yeah.
That would be the only one I get.
Yeah. My wife likes a good flat white.
It sounds good right now, in fact.
You want to go going?
I would love that.
We don't have time.
Come
on. Stacy says both. I mean, that's fair, I guess.
Yeah.
But you don't have a preference, Stace?
Yeah.
Laura says coffee in the morning, sometimes tea in the afternoon. I think that's a good rule of thumb because tea has less caffeine, yeah?
Yes, tea is a slow release caffeine. So green tea has a lot of caffeine, but it's a slow release caffeine. Whereas caffeine hits you pop right away.
What does that mean? A slow release caffeine? How do they do that?
I don't know. It just is because of the tea leaves. It just releases
caffeine?
Slow. It's a drug. It's a stimulant.
All right. Okay.
True story.
And Tess comes to us and says, "Boys,
when you sip on the tea."
A fella that we both know, Dan. I'll tell you off air.
Okay, good.
Hey, we did it, everybody. We did it.
Take the day off.
All I want to say is, can you imagine never in your life trying coffee?
No.
Never in your life.
Well, if you're like a Mormon,
okay.
Like Mormons don't drink caffeine. Like it's a part of their religion. So yeah. I mean, there are people that don't do it, but it would be shocking to me, like because
But this is what
I have a 52-ounce Diet Coke every morning, Brandon.
I will say this though, there's Mormons out there that have never tried it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good on them.
I mean, if you grow up in a Mormon
I'm saying
household,
that like the average Mormon though has tried it, right?
The average Mormon, I'm sure, has given a little tip back to some Coke. Yeah. Coca-Cola Classic.
Good Lord. They say no to caffeine.
No, cocaine's on. Joseph Smith said cocaine was good to go.
Yeah.
Do you ever think Mormons really don't like us?
Yes, I do. Hey, we're done for the day. We're going to be back tomorrow with a very exciting day where the question is this. Are you ready? What is the best bumper sticker you've ever seen. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Until then, we're going to leave you with Palahaku, not written or pronounced by our friend Chris Palaha, but instead written and pronounced by our friend Rick Dilby. We'll be there tomorrow. Until then, take the day off.
I write, I say things. You better believe me. I will mess you up, fool. Take the day off.
That was a good one, pal.
I thought it was. I enunciated really well. I've been working on that. Losing my spelling bee chops.